All right, our next guest here is Leonore Ramirez. She goes by Leo, but she'll let you know about that. But she is affectionately known as Leo. She's been driving a school bus for the SWISD for the past 7.5 years. And she will be married to her husband, Mario, for 10 years this April. So congratulations for that. Combined, they have 5 children, including a few that are adopted. 1 daughter that her husband legally adopted, and 2 boys that she adopted prior to their relationship in 2005. She had an abortion in 2006 and came to know Jesus Christ as her Savior in March of 2008. Although unaware, that was when her healing began. After hearing a series of sermons in 2014 entitled Revolution, Are You Ready? By Pastor Charles Flowers, the Lord told her it was time for her to fight for the babies. And now she is a faithful sidewalk advocate here in San Antonio at the local abortion mills here and the Alamo Women's down there in John Smith. So please join me in welcoming Leo Ramirez.
Good morning. God bless everybody. Excuse me, my throat's really dry. I do want to share my story because I came and I walked into Planned Parenthood believing one thing, and afterwards, a few years later, I realized that they did lie to me. They didn't tell me everything that I should have known as far as the regret, the sleepless nights, crying myself to sleep every night, to the point where you want to almost commit suicide because of it. Nobody understanding that pain. It's really hard. It's really hard when you have to walk that road that you believe that you're walking alone, when there's so many other women going through the same thing because of the same lie. I want to make people aware. I want to make women aware, and I want to make them aware right from the beginning. They need to realize that there is a, how can I put it? There's a choice. Yes, we all do have a choice, but we have to look first to God to find out what that real choice is. I want to start with, as far as the college students go. I have been talking to some, and I've come to realize that they have been fed something that it has grown root inside of their hearts, and it's about the right. That's all I hear over and over and over is, it's my right, it's my right, it's my right. Not realizing that that right was made by men and women, whether it's in the Supreme Court or wherever they are. It also started as a lie with Roe v. Wade, believing that right was something that we have just because. It actually started from selfishness, and that's where they don't see it. That's where the seed is the selfishness. My decision at the time when I had my abortion, we all that have had an abortion remember the date. Mine was September 9th, 2006. It was a very difficult decision at the time, but it was selfish nonetheless. And I want to let these young girls know that Planned Parenthood doesn't tell you about all the sleepless nights, the regret, the condemnation that you feel afterwards. I do want to make them aware, because the system has been feeding them so many lies that they actually believe all of this stuff. And we do have to talk to them. We do have to make them aware of all of this. It's very difficult for me to talk about all of this stuff, but I do have to talk anyway. I have to make women aware that we have to stop this. We really do. We're killing our babies. And then the ones that are in college are doing it without even knowing what they're doing. And we have to talk to them. We have to make them aware of all of these lies. I don't know where you're at as far as the effect goes, but it doesn't just affect the mother. It affects the father. It affects the grandparents. It affects our children. My daughter cries when she thinks about how she could have had a brother or sister. My stepson cried when I told him that what we had done. He has a little brother the same age as my child would have been, and that's what he thinks about. That's actually the first thing that he thought of was, I can't imagine my life without my little brother. Now I don't even have that one. So let's make people aware of what's going on. Let's not hide this anymore. It causes pain. It's a huge ripple effect. And it causes pain, not just for the woman, but for the husband, for the children, the grandparents, the aunts. It causes a lot of pain. Let's just help stop all of this. And in Austin, we spoke to a 13 and a 14-year-old, my husband and I. And they were holding signs saying that their generation was going to end abortion. So we went up to them and talked to them, and we told them it was awesome, but they have a huge fight ahead of them. So we need to pray for them, that the Lord give them that strength and the wisdom and knowledge to be able to talk to their friends to help stop. Because I do believe that it will end, and I do believe that our generation, our next generation, can put a stop to it. So let's just pray for them and keep them in prayer every single day, because they have a huge, huge fight ahead of them. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Thank you, thank you. Let's give her a clap there for having the courage to come up and share that story. I know it wasn't easy, so we appreciate that.